What is good, my friends? It's your favorite YouTube dealer. After intro, token, friends. The album was amazing. You guys got to check out the entire album reaction on my channel. But we got music videos dropping now, so I'm interested to see the visuals to go along with some of this shit. Shout out to Token for giving me this early to check out. Much love to that man.
I met a girl who was the last in line to at a meet and greet. She was by herself, tattoos up and down her sleeve. She told me about a dead parent and brother who OD'd. She said she was about to end it all until she heard me. I did my best to understand, it's just hard to believe. Nobody in my crew heard her cause she spoke real quietly. She was a pretty girl, a body I didn't notice till she left. My bro saw her and complimented her dress. He followed her and offered her a drink around the corner. The venue bar was closed, but not for us, we're the performers. I know my bro well, I know his type. I didn't stick around, I hit the hotel for the night.
Yo, I almost don't remember this. Like, I remember it, but I don't. So I kind of feel like I'm listening to it again for the first time. And she looked good too. Yeah, I get it. But I feel like this goes a crazy direction. I forget now.
But I'm sure she went with him. I mean, that shit is dope. She met the artist that changed her life. Then she got to hang with his bro when she heard stories about the artist and what he's like when he's at home and she's appreciative.
That's right.
So much it might be hard to tell him no. My music spoke to her, but when she spoke to me, I had a friend behind the scenes. My friend isn't a creep, but he don't know who the fan is. I'm why she didn't take her life, but I'm also why my friend took advantage. I don't know who she blamed, but
That's a crazy, like, right? It's just such a wild concept. And in reality, like, like part of you doesn't even really think much of it at the time. Like, he's probably not thinking before this situation, like, oh, I've got to be careful, right? Because any of my friends, like, girls are going to sleep with them because of me. I mean, not that you don't know that, but I guess, like, you don't, I don't know. It just doesn't really, like, you're like, ah, my friends are cool. They're solid, right? Like, I don't, it's just all, it's just also, it's very interesting.
can't imagine that she still look at me the same. And when she hears my music, I wonder what's first to enter her head. Her brother who OD'd or waking up inside my friend's bed.
My friend, you're my friend forever. We'll always be together. I'm your best friend, you're my best friend. I'm your best friend, you're my best friend.
I met this kid when I was 14, he was 23. Almost 10 years on me, but we were like family.
Before we move on to the next part, that's right, because this is like multiple stories. I do remember this a little bit now. This shit is extremely dope. Again, the whole album reactions on my channel, but like, I don't know. It's like, it is crazy because you should almost like, I almost feel like you have to have a conversation with your friends. Like, yo, when we're out, we meet, fan meetings. Like, you can't talk like none of that shit because you do have to consider the fact that some of these people are gonna almost feel obligated because they're going to look at your friend as a connection of you, right? A branch of you. And so they want to be cool to you. They don't want this person that they think so much of to think that they, and so they might be willing to go steps that they wouldn't normally go and then regret it later. And some people might look at it like, well, they're adults. You can make an adult decision. Don't be stupid. And I get that side of it as well, but it's stupid and it's irresponsible to not understand that there is a dynamic when it comes to somebody who becomes a super fan of someone or, they feel like, yo, this person changed my life or saved my life, right? And I almost, it's like I owe them, right? So now, I don't know. It's a weird dynamic, and I just feel like you got to be very, very careful with shit like that. So,
This kid when I was 14, he was 23. Almost 10 years on me, but we were like family. 200 of Villa rappers from Massachusetts. He'd come over to my house and hug my mama like she his. Up till 4 a.m. recording songs and making playlists. Driving home and talking about what life's gonna be like when we make it. He called me crying one day. I said, bro, is everything okay? He said, bro, everything is straight. I got a daughter on the way. I knew this girl, she was special. Hang with us at the stew, throwing words out the freestyle. She gave birth a healthy child, rose a father, shit was wild. By the time they potty trained her, I was starting to go viral. By the time she was like 4, I was just beginning to tour. He was watching me from his phone, happy for me, but wanted more. We would always talk about the only losers is the ones who quit. My success showed him it's possible, so he stayed in my crib. My trips to Cali put me in a room with millionaires. I come home with stories. He said, dude, I gotta get out there. I said it could change everything. Never mention his kid. He just remembered what we said about people who decide to quit.
Yeah, I do remember this one for sure. Cause that's it's tough, right? Like some people, they start to go one way with their life, and then someone else starts to make some shit happen. They're like, oh my god, like that's my boy. Like I could be there with them, and you kind of start to consider abandoning this other shit that you got going on because it's like, yo, this is my dream, and it's an interesting dynamic, right? Where I feel like you can still enjoy that and be a part of it with your friend, but still maintain the family and stuff that you have. It's just a balance that you have to want to be able to maintain, right? Because I don't think there's anything wrong with being like, yo, this is my dream. And if my friend is willing to bring me along too, or, willing to like help me, to an extent where like I can maybe get looks from this. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But I think that there's 100% something wrong with like you having started to build a family and other stuff, and now you're just gonna abandon it because this other opportunity comes along. That shit you can't do that. It's not the same as like if you were just pursuing, like you're working a 9 to 5 somewhere and you're like, oh shit, I can leave this now because there's an opportunity where I could work for him on his tour or something. That's a different thing. Like that's a sacrifice. Yeah, of course you make that. But when you have you're building something with someone and you got a kid, it's a different life of responsibility now. You know what I'm saying? Like you can still make shit happen, but you now have to work within that bubble that you've created. Like you chose. You know what I'm saying? It's just that's crazy.
That girl needs a father, but dreams need pursuit. So when I moved to LA, my dog did too. In hopes to make it big, and my success is what encouraged it. And that encouragement had left the little girl fatherless. Cause talking every day turned into talking every week. And years fly quicker every year. You blink an eye and she's a teen. And now you're in a land of dreams, but worse, you're in a land of dreamers. You don't stand out in the slightest. Got no motion, got no features, got no fans, and got no tours, and got no bread for plane tickets. Got your daughter's phone number, but get no answer when it's ringing. She made up her mind about you. And being Token's homie doesn't hold weight like it used to. Me and my bros still hang. I ain't see his daughter since the hot chair. I moved out to Cali, but he started a new life there. I feel his pain, I never mentioned there's no purpose for me. So when we get together, I just tell him more stories. And he tells me about his single that he's waiting on a mix for. I still give encouragement, cause that's all I'm good for. But he never gonna make it. And what's the biggest loser? Look, a quitter or a deadbeat dad in Hollywood? That's my dog, though.
You're my friend.
Yo, it's crazy. Like, yo, he ain't never gonna make it, but and like it's tough because it's like in life, I like okay, right? So it's very interesting. Let me let this play out a little bit, but like
We'll always be together. I'm your best friend.
like there's that mentality of don't ever let somebody shit on your dream or tell you that you can't do something.
You're my friend, you're my friend.
Because if you're truly dedicated, truly like you'll figure it out, right?
I'm your best friend.
But at the same time,
I'm your best friend.
there's multiple ways of looking at this. Yo, and his daughter watching a Token video. That's actually a dope way to end it. I like that. I like that. So there's a few different ways I feel like of looking at that. Because yeah, so don't let someone tell you that you can't, right? So someone could look at that and be like, yo, well, Token is telling his friend that he can't do it. Like he's never going to make it. He's being that negative person his friend should ignore, right? But Token is looking at it from a bigger picture. And I feel like that's where it makes sense to make a comment like that, because some people will just make it off of, oh, I don't think you're good enough yet. I don't think it's more like based on the music itself, or they just don't like your music, right? And that might be the case. He might be like, he's also not very good, but it's because he sees his overall choices in life, how he just would abandon his family and his daughter, how he doesn't seem very stable, very reliable. He doesn't seem like he's able to really fully stick to something that he loves or that he's trying to create, right? Like he's shown this in other aspects of his life. And so based on that, I think it's pretty clear to Token, like, yo, he's never going to make it. Because there's more to it than just you put out a song and it does well. That's not the only thing that goes into this. There's a lot more that goes to it. And I think that sometimes when you're close to somebody, you can see that they don't have that mentality. If suddenly they were to get some attention or were to get some money from it, they're going to then just, oh, I made it, I'm good. You know what I mean? And then it's going to fall. Like they don't have that consistency to their life. And so it's interesting, right? But if it was coming from a standpoint of just, oh, he's not good enough, then yeah, I feel like you don't ever let someone tell you that. But at the same time, you might have to tell yourself that at some point, right? Like there is, as much as that is a great motivational quote, like, don't let someone tell you that you can't do it. Like you can do whatever you put your mind to. And, Will Smith said it in that one movie to that kid. And also like, it sounds great because it is great, but it's not 100%, right? Like it's a great quote for the people that it actually works out for, or for the people that actually have that in them to make it. But there's going to be a lot of people, unfortunately, in life that are going to hear that quote and think, I'm never going to let anyone tell me otherwise. and they just don't have what it takes. And it could be a talent thing, it could be a skill issue, as far as like their work ethic and everything like that. It could be that they quit things, that they're not consistent, they don't have dedication. Like there could be a lot of things involved in them not being able to make it. So I don't know. It's just really interesting. Stuff like that is always fun to talk about. But let me know what you guys thought down below. Shout out to Token for letting me get this early. I appreciate you guys. Take it easy, stay safe, and I will catch you in the next one, homies.